Hey, what's going on everybody? It's aBodizeR here with a new video of Clash Quest, and this video I'm going to tell you how to get to 352 star chests. I finally made it to this number. It took me a while, but I finally did it. So before that, be sure to subscribe and like for more Clash Quest videos, and I'd really appreciate it if we could get this video up to 60 or 70 likes or even more. Okay, so I will probably play the new stage or the new island, and at the same time I'll tell you how I really get to this number of stars, or star chests as they call it. Okay, so let's go ahead and play this. First of all, I wanted to tell you that the key to win, or what I want to say is that the easiest way to win is to ensure that you get the you complete the levels that are, or the islands that have two stages or levels, because the two stages are normally easier than any other stage. For some reason, I think the two stages are pretty much easier to take because you do have the same amount of troops and you do have just two stages. So be sure to get the two stages first and then just go ahead with the other stages, as it is easier. And the second thing that I would recommend to do is to know what are the best items to use for each for each stage or a level, because normally it's really it's not based on the item itself, but instead it is based on how you would go and attack, and how you would choose the items effectively. So I would say that be sure to know which items are really the best when it comes to playing such a game. So you need to be able to know the items, as it is really important for it. And it depends really. Some people told me to go, for example, for barbarian. Some people told me to go with the heavy sword instead of a rage sword. I was able to win some levels with the heavy sword, but I wasn't, and some stages I was able to win with the rage sword. So it really depends on how you use them. It's not based on which one's strong and which one is not. You can easily go with the ones that are based on blocks, that blocks damage. You can still go with those, and you might still win if you really know how to use those. So yeah, this is the way. Also, let me show you something. So let's see this. Yeah. So if you are going to ask me which stages or which levels I really recommend to complete. So if we see in here, I completed this, or no, let's go with this. For example, I see here all these kind of levels are wider ones, and I don't normally go with the wider one. I just go with the one that are 3x4, which I think it is 3x4 or 4x3. I don't know which comes first, either the row or the column. So it's this way that has 3 rows, instead of going with the ones that has, for example, 4 rows, or sorry, 4 columns. Yeah, so going with the 3 columns is way easier than the ones that have 4 columns. For some reason, I think it's really better, and you might even know why, or it's logically that there are fewer buildings possibly, or maybe there are the same amount, but at least they are close to each other's, and you can use the princess damage and or item that can do pretty much well. And yes, it takes a long time to win, and I think it's not that easy, and it's not impossible as well. You can really win when it comes to choosing the right items or knowing how to use them. But normally it takes time, and it's okay if it takes more. If it takes you more, for me it took me around maybe 4 or 5 days. It's way a lot. I thought that I would easily complete it earlier, but I couldn't, which is totally fine, because normally when you play such a game, you end up trying to do something that you hoped that you would win, but it's okay if you cannot. I mean, normally it's a game and we sometimes cannot do it in a given time, right? And this is how I think it works normally. So let's use the fireball now, and now let's just go with the, okay, so I'm thinking, let's see, so let's go with the wizards, and for now I will just go with the P.E.K.K.A. So yeah, normally it's not normally, most of the time it's based on how you would proceed. You can tell, you probably noticed that whenever I record a video I'm not that good, but eventually I try to do my best. And let me tell you that whenever you feel super stuck, you don't know what to do, just keep playing League. If you feel you don't want to play because you're really stuck and you just don't know what to do, or maybe because you don't want to do something because you're at the point that you just feel like, okay, there's no chance to win, just play League, and League will help you at least to get the items. I mean, you can really get items from League, which is great. So normally I would say just go ahead and proceed and playing League, as you will get items, and maybe you can get the same items that you have but at higher levels, which is really nice. And you can still do well by doing that. So yeah, I still think it's not something impossible to win, but it takes time. So just go ahead and go with League. Try, if you are lucky enough, you will get higher level items, or maybe you'll get items that will be in higher level, the ones that you use. Normally my items are maximum at level 2, the ones that I'm currently using at least. But I tend to play League because if I don't get item and if I don't get any other things, I at least get a unit, for example, or maybe another spell. You notice that one of my videos I got another fireball, which I wouldn't say that it helped, but it didn't hurt. I mean, normally these kind of things you end up doing well whenever you think you will be able to do something. Okay, so let's see. I don't want to attack with this I really don't want to attack with the barbarians because they wouldn't do anything, but I prefer that they get hit, and now with this damage I will probably be able to do something. Let's see if we can win this. This seems like to be a really tough level because we do have a lot of higher level buildings. Look at that Inferno. I don't know how many gems will it cost to take that down, but we will still keep trying to win this. Okay, so let's just use the fireball now, and another wizard, or it's a wizard, not a fireball. Okay, now this is a good damage. Whenever you have barbarian, I think the rage sword is great if you know how to use it. I at first didn't know how to use this kind of item, but eventually it turns out that it's not that difficult if you really know how to use it. I mean, normally you need to learn how to use every single kind of you need to learn how to use every item in order. You need to know its functionality and how it works so that you can win. Okay, so we are at 31.5, and I know that this is a hard one. Everybody's telling me that, so let's give it a try. Probably if we remain stuck at this point, I will just talk about it in the next video and tell you how to win this. Okay, so we need to rage at least in order to win this. Alright, so we are still, and I don't know if we are progressing well enough, but if not, we are still doing our best in here. Most of the archers are dead at the moment. I need to use the good combo of the archers. Okay, that would be great. I still don't want my P.E.K.K.A. to die, so I will just use the P.E.K.K.A. in here. And now I will have fewer archers to use, which is totally fine. So let's just use them. And at least making few hits here and there, it wouldn't hurt that much. That furnace though is really hard to take. I don't know how can I kill that furnace. I will just go and maybe, normally if you're at this point, you just have one stage and you pretty much can do nothing about it. So you just not get any item, which is expected. However, it's still not a thing that it's impossible. See, we are stuck at 3 more buildings, which is totally fine. So yeah, I think that's it pretty much for this video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like for more Clash Quest videos. And if you do have any questions, be sure to let me know in the comments. I'm doing my best to reply to every comment, even if not at the same time. I just make sure to go and read every comment and reply back to you. So yeah, that's it pretty much. Don't forget to subscribe and like for more Clash Quiz videos. Goodbye and see you later, everyone.